cable stayed swing bridge. I don't know if we're close enough for you to see yet, but the cable stayed is the part where the bridge is suspended from a giant, well, not giant, but a column in the middle, the blue thing. All right, well, that's what makes a cable stayed. Now, the swing, I believe, refers to not what you might think, that it's like swinging back and forth from the cables. It's a horizontal swing, so the bit in the middle like pivots. It turns. It was the first swing bridge built in Vietnam. It rotates 90 degrees to allow larger vessels to pass through the river. The rotation schedule is as follows: weekdays 1 to 3:30 a.m. and weekends 11 to 11 p.m. So they open it at night, I guess, when there's low traffic. Seems like they're preferencing the car traffic with that, which works for me, I guess. It was designed by Vietnamese architects and built by local people.
Nice.
I hope qualified local people, not just like whoever was standing nearby.
Just someone's nana.
I want to call it yet. I know we got a few more minutes left. Like, what time is it?
1:47.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's it's calling it time. All right, that's good though. I think we had a good day. What do you think about our first day of being tourists in Da Nang?
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was going to see a pink cathedral, even if we didn't get to scale the walls, which I would totally do that. I would like sneak in if we didn't get locked up, but we would definitely get locked up.
I don't think I'm going to be scaling any walls, even without holding the gimbal. Probably not on the list. But I do want to comment about how easy it was to get around. Now headed to our final stop for the day, which is just to take a lovely little look at this bridge coming up and to not get run over on the way to it. As long as I've been in Vietnam, I'm wary of walking in front of cars. Bikes, no problem. 1,000 bikes, I'll get you don't even have to pause walking across the street. I feel like you could, yes, absolutely.
Yoinks.
As long as you can run off the end of it and then like run in place in midair for a few seconds before you fall into the river.
That's more Looney Tunes, right?
Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
But we can still yell zoinks.
You can yell zoinks.
If you don't want to use their zoinks, you can say yoinks. Yoinks!
As long as there's not a sign going onto the bridge that says, please restrict yoinks. No yoinks on the bridge, please.
No yoinks allowed here.
It became a problem. Too many people imitating a Scooby-Doo episode.
Yoinks and zoinks free zones.
While we sit here just for a moment, I'm going to pull up some fantastic facts about this fantastic bridge. Earlier so that I'll have them open and I won't have to freeze the screen like I'm doing right now. Han River Bridge. And there you go. I've gone sideways again.
Oh no.
Okay, doke. Let's see if I can look at the facts. We'll see if I can deal with the truth and simultaneously not be sideways. Okay, unless you want to read the facts, or we can do a combo.
Let me go to my thing because it's in the other computer Gmail.
Well, I can tell you it's a cable-stayed swing bridge.
Whoa,
okay.
What?
A cable-stayed swing bridge. I don't know if we're close enough for you to see yet, but the cable stayed is the part where the bridge is suspended from a giant, well, not giant, but a column in the middle, the blue thing.
It's just a bunch of gay pride folks out there.
That's exactly what I was thinking. very young
We
guys in booty shorts and halter tops.
Yes, a bunch of twinks doing some engineering.
And like construction costumes. Very young guys in booty shorts and halter tops.
Yes, a bunch of twinks doing some engineering.
And like construction costumes.
And they're on poppers. That's why they're so like high.
And it's very, it's not, wouldn't be easy to hide a bridge.
About it being between it, because I was thinking, that seems like that, because that dragon bridge is gigantic.
Yeah, and it's right there. I'm looking at it. I'm close enough to see the dragon scales and the head.
That seems like that, because that dragon bridge is gigantic.
Yeah, and it's right there. I'm looking at it. I'm close enough to see the dragon scales and the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I assume we're in Haicho now. Sontra is the beach, more touristy side of the river.
Oh.
It was inaugurated in on March 29th of 2000. These are not old bridges. Yeah. It's 487.7 meters.
Dang.
12.9 meters wide and contains 11 spans. You know what they mean when they say a span?
Just picture it again. I wish I could like draw stuff up really quick as we talk about it.
Oh. Well, looks like they are renovating. Remember we were saying yesterday that this riverfront on this side needs to be renovated? Looks like they're doing it, but they just haven't gotten down to where I'm staying yet.
Oh, no.
All right, I think we had a good day.
Stan, no. What do they mean?
I think it's from, that was really good. What do they mean? Let's find out. I like that. So any section of the bridge that goes from like one supporting column or anything that's supporting the bridge to the next, that's a span. So like from one column to the next there. You see it in front of me. And they probably have better words for it than column, but they are. So the longer those spans are, that's an engineering feat to be able to lengthen those spans. Because obviously here the river is probably not too deep. It's not really a problem. But in some places you have to have long spans to be able to cover the sections that you need to cross. So you'll hear engineers always, or engineering, articles and stuff mention the length of the span or the number of spans. It costs 26. Go ahead.
Check something here. Hold on. I'm going to look. Let's see. Oh, I mean, go ahead and talk about it.
The grab did spectacularly today, and it was so easy to get around. Several things were just very close together. This last thing we did, the whole point was to walk, or I could have taken a bike back here. It was so easy to get around. Several things were just very close together. This last thing we did, the whole point was to walk, or I could have taken a bike back here. I should turn the camera around because it's time to say goodbye.
It's time to say goodbye for the summer.
I feel like you were talking about a bridge earlier.
Oh no, I got caught up in the Lovers Bridge or whatever it was. Here, hold on.
What is that though? Because there's not. I mean, there's a lot of bridges, but you can't miss one of them. It's not like there's some bridges.
It must. It said it was between that. It's between the Dragon Bridge and the Han Bridge.
Well, that's Han Bridge right there. Now,
and wherever the Dragon one is, that
Dragon Bridge is right there.
And there's some little dangling, what it looks like, maybe it's like metal or some type of dangling hearts at the bridge. That's the Lovers one. And
I mean, dangling hearts.
Yeah, it had some like little decorative dangling hearts on there.
Oh, all right. I'll just take your word for it. There's not another bridge between them, though. Erica, did you know this won the Work of Typical Quality Award?
Work of typical quality. I just typical. You're awarded.
I'm so honored to be receiving this award for my work, which was okay, I guess.
So average. Okay.
It was inspired by it was inspired by it was inspired by the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
That's what. Let me explain what I was looking up whilst you were talking about that. Oh, really? I need to look back at that.
The first time anyone's ever said that about that movie. I don't know if it was a good movie, actually.
I have to remember who was in it. I feel like
Jack Black.
If it's because he was. Didn't I go to see? I think I went to see that with Scott at the movie theater. Because if it's the one that you're talking about, the one with Andy Serkis is doing Kong's voice, but like the motions and the sound. Well, his grunts and sounds. You know who Andy Serkis is, the one that. He's the one that does Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
And he was in Black Panther. He's like the dude with the missing arm guy. But anyway, he's a really good actor. But
I do know. Yeah. Because his name in the movie, his name was Claw, and he has one arm, his mechanical arm, and I'm like, well, that's a little on the nose, isn't it? But it is how it looks. I don't know what I expected. There's a local legend that the bridge was built so quickly because the workers were assisted by fairies.
Oh. What?
That's the local legend. Like I said, yesterday we had some problems with Grab. And I should go ahead and cop to it possibly occasionally being my fault, although I don't like to, ever say those words. But I do have my Grab account listed under my Chinese name. And I do occasionally think, I wonder if he was just looking for a Chinese guy. And then he's like, nope, didn't see anybody. I'm driving off. But
that's true. You should put a little disclaimer on your whatever they read about you. Hey, I'm
the white guy. I should send that message.
Really, you should
every
have
time
some bright thing on your head, something that you can take with you anywhere you go. Where you're like, I'm wearing the green propeller hat.
Well, I'll tell you what my big mistake was. If you recall, when I got off the train, I had the genius idea to not wait with all the other stupid cabs, but instead to walk all the way out to the road. Yeah, that's what did me in. I should have been standing because he went to the place where he thought I would be. Now, if he had stopped the car, I could have caught up with him because I wasn't far away, but he just drove right on through and didn't stop. Even after he got around the corner, he could have stopped.
Right, nobody was pushing him to go. It's not like he was at the airport where they keep making you drive past. He could have stopped for just a second and looked around and been like, maybe he's over here.
Well,
so that was on that.
Yeah, I think it's the responsibility of the driver to find the person. It can reasonably be done. I mean, I know there's limits to that, but just stopping the car is not too much to ask.
Right.
I don't know what he expected. But anyway, so that's fine. And we tried the other service, and they worked very well. So all came out well. And then the Grab did spectacularly today. And it was easy to get around. Several things were just very close together. This last thing we did, the whole point was the walk, or I could have taken a bike back here. I should turn the camera around because it's time to say goodbye.
It's time to say goodbye for the summer. Ow. Tony, lay down.
All right. Also, we're not on the bridge.
That's why they're so high.
That's the real fairy.
Just
I mean,
picture it again. I wish I could like draw stuff up really quick as we talk about it. Just
I mean,
picture it again. I wish I could like draw stuff up really quick as we talk about it. Oh,
oh, well, they looks like they are renovating. I don't know if it's going to be more foggier or clearer tomorrow. I think we're in for another somewhat foggy. I mean, it's pretty nice and bright and sunny now, but this morning it was very overcast and misty and damp. So wait to see, I guess. It was inspired by the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco.
And I looked up the Golden Gate Bridge to see how long it is compared to the Han River Bridge. That's what. Let me explain what I was looking up whilst you were talking about that, because I was comparing it in my head when I saw it and when you were talking about it to the Golden Gate Bridge.
I mean, I'm thinking the Golden Gate is larger.
Jag är den sista och de här kommer då det är personer som tar över. Jag är med sig kvar med i blurry. Men jag kan rätt att sätta till och be. 4. Den är tid. Jag klarar inte sätta från. Hit om det. Ja, jag är den sista. Och de här kommer då det är personer som tar över. Jag är med sig kvar med i blurry. Men jag kan rätt att sätta till och be. 4. Den är tid. Jag klarar inte sätta från. Hit om det. Ja,